welcome to another exciting episode of CITAM Church Online. This is the talk show. My name is Kerry Kagiri, and we're about to get into something super exciting. With me on set are the usual suspects. Criminal number one,
Karwirwa.
Been in prison for any of kidding.
Yeah.
We're not criminals.
Aholia.
Yeah, wow.
Saints. Saint Laura.
Saint Laura.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
sounds so
powerful.
fancy.
Right?
And then a school is named after you.
You know?
Saint Laura.
Oh wow, that's
Hey.
wow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a really beautiful
It's a
school.
prophet.
The girls will wear pink or
And
yellow.
they'll eat healthy. Broccoli for breakfast. Anyway, that's nutritionist as your. Anyway, sir.
Saint Kim. Yeah. Brother
wow.
Kim. Bebe inaingiana.
Brother Kim is fine. Saint Kim.
So I rest my case.
Saint Kerry. Anyway, it's 16 days of activism, a conversation that's going on major platforms, and we had to jump in because we do know so many instances of gender-based violence, and also the hashtag running, which is Orange the World. Now, these are things that were started a long time ago. What we're talking about is mostly before Laura and the same year as Kimacia's birth year. But this is what's happening. It starts on the 25th of November, so it's a process. That's the International Day to End Violence Against Women, and ends on the Human Rights Day, which is on the 16th. Now, on the 10th, actually, on the 10th of December.
16 days.
We know what we stand for. So, if there are any underlying things under all this pretending to cover, no, we're not talking about that. We're just talking about what it says, which is number one, ending gender-based violence, ending rape, okay? And specifically, I'll say ending gender-based violence against women, because we live in a country where there are communities who, if your husband doesn't beat you, he doesn't love you. You've heard about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit unfortunate.
Can I give a few examples as we delve deeper?
Yeah, why not?
A colleague of mine, you know, we worship together right on this altar. You know, we're shooting, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Nairobi.
Come on.
Anyway, and they're walking up the bridge, which you need to cross sometimes maybe to get transport. And a guy comes and grabs the makalio. Okay, that's not, okay, that maybe that one, oh, okay, fine, maybe that's happened to me. We've said me too so many times. You're like, me too, that's ever happened. Laura, has it happened to you?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a me too. Let me tell you now another one. Sitting in a matatu, a guy is walking about to alight and puts his entire hand into her bosom.
That's even extreme, Manzi. You know, sometimes it even just starts with like someone just nudging. Like the Peter, and there's so much space, Uko, like anything.
It's a highway.
Yeah,
Lane.
you drive our matatu before social distance. You're sitting in the middle. Say, this happened to me.
And I change
the guy-
gear.
Like, okay, me yangu usi uku apa. Starts rubbing his elbow against.
Yeah.
Who are these men? Where do they live?
Will you punch them for us?
Trust me, honestly.
Because we're getting into the conversation of what men can do
Yeah.
to spare us against gender violence. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Give us
I
your
think maybe one of the reasons why this thing is, you know, mostly affects women, because again, we're not saying that it doesn't affect men at all. Is because we are at a disadvantage in that when it comes to physical strength, then the men are stronger than us. So we are at that disadvantage.
Even scripture
Then,
calls you the weaker.
you know.
But
then
that's
I
not
think
physical. It's physical.
Yeah, it has
In
to do
scripture.
with.
Okay.
Yeah.
partly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Partly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was emotional.
No, even physically.
Okay.
Yeah. And then even when it comes to our features, I think we have more to offer the world. I don't know. So
Yeah, the woman is the most beautiful thing that was ever created.
I mean, think about it.
Adam woke up and
So-
said, "Bone of my bone."
He said, "Wow, man."
Wow.
So the seed of
Not a
lust manifests in those ways,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, it just comes on to now affect so many women's lives, because so many of us now get affected by some man there who can't govern his thoughts,
Wow.
can't contain his feelings and emotions, and he applies them on any and every woman, even girls.
Do you
know.
think it's more of a men come to take? They have this taking attitude and
Yes,
vibe. Yeah.
I honestly think so, because I am not in agreement with this thing of what was the girl wearing,
Okay.
why was she walking at night. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm as human as you are, you know. I'm as human as you are. Why can't I, you know? And I'm not saying that again. Everything people wear is okay. No, but I'm just saying it doesn't warrant abusing someone Yeah, it doesn't warrant abusing someone. If anything, if you're a caring brother, go cover her.
Help her, buy her something.
Or go walk behind her and protect her because you know someone is going to, you know. Yeah.
Brother Kim, I want you to comment on the gender-based violence part, because she's talked about Orange the World partly. Let's talk about slapping, beating up.
Okay.
Mambo ya watu wawili hatufai kuingilia.
Okay.
Mambo ya jirani, what do you say?
I will begin it this way. First and foremost, of course, a big apologies to all the ladies out there watching this, and maybe you've gone through what these wonderful ladies have gone through.
Thank you.
Someone has
never said sorry.
Those are
to
not
me.
men, I must say. They are not. They are not men, no. And then the question is, what's the hangover generation? Whether you're a man, young or old, whether you're a lady, by the time you get to slap someone, or put your hands in someone's breasts, or go ahead and touch someone's what we call private part, I'm sure you've meditated on it, you've thought about it, you're in public, you have the guts to execute that which out of the abundance of your heart and mind, you've been in it. So for me, I think I see, first and foremost, it's a hunger, it's a sin element. And as she has put it rightly, there is an issue of lust and a lot of perversion in the world. So now coming to gender violence, by the time I go ahead and slap you, hit you, abuse you, as we've seen on news, your private parts are cut off, your face is disfigured, wacha hapo wewe umefanyiwa kabafi unakaa vizuri sana. There are people who've covered, you know, stitches. And you see, in the name of protecting marriage, in the name of protecting a relationship, in the name of covering, unfortunately, even in the household of believers, whereby I cannot expose my husband. He's a man of God. How? And yet you're battered every night. So I think it's the high time, number one, we start talking about it and speak out. And my policy is this: you will not promise me war, and I sit and wait for war to come. You will find me in my mother's house or in a police station.
Wow.
Because you promised me.
I keep
I
saying
will
that
not
thing,
sit down
and sometimes I even
wait.
feel like
No.
I sound crazy.
No, it's proper.
I keep saying this thing of, if I'm already seeing the signs, or it's already pretty clear to me that
That's the point. Your life is in danger.
I don't think I'm safe here, even if it's not for physical abuse, even emotional
Emotional,
abuse.
yeah.
Let me say this. I think I can say it. I'm actually thinking about it in my head.
Yeah.
I once was in a conversation with some gentlemen I'm acquainted with, two English.
Towards. Four.
For
Against.
whomever.
Upon.
With.
So,
Hardly had you when you are
Not
acquainted.
only so are you acquainted, but also.
you know, we are acquaintances, and we had a conversation about, I'm sorry I'm veering off topic, but
That's
I hope
okay.
it will meet somewhere. We had a conversation about, even about this thing, that, you know, sometimes you find that maybe like in the village, this gentleman is a watchman.
Yeah.
Spend the whole day, anataka kukucheck temperature, we Kerry unamnini, we Kimacia unakuja, hata umuongelesha hata msalimi. He's been through a rough day, you know, he's been through a day out there, amekuwa put down.
Yes.
So the only place he has to exert his ego and his energy is on who?
He's at home and the wife.
On the wife. So
And maybe
acha nikuambie,
War.
no, it's for you do what I want, or it's war. Unaona? And even if it's not war for nimekuchapa, it's war for
What's wrong with you?
wewe unafikiri wewe ni
Insults,
nani?
yeah.
It's the same kind of things that are applied on him huko. He's now, it's the only place he feels powerful. So there's that in that sense. And then my argument mostly was to this gentleman that yes, this Jama is going through stuff, but it doesn't make it right for him
Doesn't
to
justify.
angushia it on another,
And
on someone's
project it.
daughter.
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
not fair.
Then we had this conversation also about cheating, and they were of the feeling and opinion that Cheki, men will cheat anyway. And I was like,
No.
that is the problem.
Let me cut you
In
there.
fact,
Let me just cut you there.
wait, let me tell you. Let me just agree with something Kim said, Brother
Okay.
Kim said.
Yeah, just that.
I
and
was
then
just
you get
saying,
on.
I was just saying to them that, you know what?
Yeah.
Just by virtue of you two saying that to my face.
Yes. I'm out of
Let me
here.
tell you, me,
Yeah.
daughter of Mr. Mugambi,
I
am
who
out.
has raised me well and
Oh.
taken care of me. Me, I would rather be alone.
Pack
the
your
point.
bags.
I
That's
would
the point.
rather be alone in this
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
but I'm not going
With
to
Jesus.
give my life to a
To be
man
wasted,
who
yeah.
can actually
That's a point.
comfortably say
Say
that.
such a
Let me
word.
take back this conversation because I need us to juice it. There's a very important part, and I know we need to wrap it up.
Yes.
In the spaces that you guys are in,
Yeah.
because this time is being able to report,
Yes.
being able to
Speak
respond,
out.
to speak out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there safe spaces, and what should we
Very
do
good
Yes.
about
question.
it? So I'll start with you, Brother Kim. You work in a great institution.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Are there safe spaces? Are there ways you know that
Yes.
people come to respond and
Awesome.
report and
Wow.
it's in confidence? And you as well, you're out there, you're in the media, you work for also a media house sometimes, and you know, the
Yeah.
things that you do. Where do you go and report? Let's start with you.
I would want to call someone back to church. We have ran out to chamas, we've ran to girlfriends and boyfriends, and they are not necessarily helping us. For example, in CITAM, we have a counseling center. You know, just give us a call. And that's why every time we end these videos, we always tell you, our viewer,
The number.
that there is a number appearing on your screen. You can get in touch with us. Imagine we will take your information with the highest level of confidentiality. You can reach out to a pastor. You can reach out to a brother and a sister. You know, they always say that east or west, home is the best. You're there, you've been abused. Begin with a safe zone of home. But unfortunately, the enemy is so cunning these days that we have fathers who prey on their daughters. We have mothers who prey on their sons.
Yeah.
We have house helps who have preyed on young boys who've just been left home. Because you see, of course, the discussion many of the times inclines to the female, but we also forget that men have also been abused. And because sisi ni majamaa, atuongeangi,
Aki.
but how many people, how many young men have I counseled with who've been sodomized? Some of them have ended up being more inclined to gazing
Yeah, because
because of the
Something got
baggage
messed up
they are
at some
carrying
point,
and
yeah.
something that got messed up. And just as I bring this to a close on my end, I remember a sermon on Sunday we had in church, and the speaker was just encouraging us. Instead of running away from your giant, learn to confront it.
yeah.
And the only way you confront your giant is by accepting, by the way, I am in an abusive marriage. By the way, this guy beats me. By the way, I have been abused emotionally, physically, because some people also live in denial. You're like, he will change.
Yeah.
See, I prayed. Imagine pray for him, but remember, you need to pray when you're alive, not when you're in a casket. So speak out, come to church. If home, you have a safety net where you feel there is freedom to talk out, begin there.
Yeah.
And also the house of God. And at CITAM Valley Road, we offer free counseling. Get in touch with us, and I trust that you will find the help that you need.
Absolutely. Laura, as we wrap up, this is the
Yeah.
final point.
Mine would be acknowledge your power
Yes.
and really, really just take it in your hands. You
Come
are
on.
powerful.
Yes.
You who is in whichever situation. I know even this conversation was so much centered around gender-based violence, but this abuse is happening everywhere, even in the workplace.
Yes.
You know,
Spiritual
Everywhere.
abuse.
you know,
Yeah.
in church, unfortunately, because we are human and human beings hurt each other.
Sin
So I
element
just
in
say
us.
wherever you are, you're at your workplace, when I feel this boss really messes up my mind, you know, they really tear me
Esteem,
down, my esteem.
identity. Yeah.
I'd say acknowledge your power and really, really take your power. You see the way I was saying, Mimi, daughter of Mugambi, Mimi.
Daughter of the Most High God. You know?
Daughter of the Most High
Come
God,
on.
and daughter of an amazing
That's a
man who
point.
has raised me
Don't settle for less.
Hey, Mr.
with Mungu
Mugambi.
right in
Hey,
his heart.
we salute
you
you,
know.
Mr. Mugambi. I hope you
I
watch
mean-
this.
Oh
thing.
yeah, Anthony Kagiri. Hey, my friend.
You know,
And
I
Mr.
mean,
Kimacia.
sometimes that's my
My
Kerry.
dad beat a boy in class 7 who took
Oh,
a
yeah.
He called me the F word and the L word together.
Yeah.
I went home, I was like, Daddy, this guy in class called me an FL. He's like,
Yeah.
he did what? He said, it's okay. Lunch time, next day, break time. I saw my dad come into class, said, can I have X?
Now-
Now,
Now imagine
called me
you're-
out of
you're-
class. Tell her she's not what you said. You say it with
Yeah.
your mouth and do what you did. You're not
Now,
a
if you
FL.
see the way we are holding on to that
Sorry, we need to wrap
confidence
it up,
in the way our dads can protect us, and I know not everyone can have that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Now imagine your heavenly Father.
Imagine Jesus and God.
Imagine the
Amen.
power that
Holy
you
Spirit.
have in knowing
Amen.
that you are the daughter of the Most High, you're the son of the Most High, and therefore you're powerful, and therefore you're fighting from a place of
Amen.
victory
You're
already.
an overcomer.
So I just say, when you're smack in the middle of everything, acknowledge your power.
Amen.
When you're at a point where this person can actually bring you down to the level where you think you're nothing, sit down with yourself and remind yourself that this thing this person is doing to me is not about me.
Come on.
It's a projection of their own problems unto me.
Amen.
You know,
Oh,
and
yes.
therefore I can still be powerful, and the only thing I have power and control over is how I react.
Wow.
Will I still be gracious?
Wow.
Will I still be loving?
Wow.
Will I still apply wisdom?
Come on,
you know?
preach it.
So just the only thing you have control over is your reactions and your power upon yourself. Do not allow yourself to be abused to the point that you feel now completely powerless, that you give yourself to the abuse.
Absolutely.
Okay, you know what? Now that this is what it is, then I'm here for it.
No. Laura will continue this on her own page. Karwirwa Laura,
Yeah, she's
follow
quite-
her.
wow.
We need to wrap up this video because we need to keep it short and sweet. I would like to encourage you to comment below. I would encourage you as well to share this video. So as many people, if you're watching on IG, come on, tag the people that must watch this and keep it right here on CITAM Church Online. Until the next episode, bye.